About how to declare the procedure in PLSQL. The syntax of procedure is create or replace procedure. We have to write the procedure name, and these are the parameters we can pass. The parameter can take in the form of in parameter, out parameter. In parameter means the values that we will pass to this procedure, and the out parameters the value that the procedure will return. So that will be in the form of out parameters. Here we can declare, we will see in the later examples, like cursor we can declare here. In the begin sessions or procedure will, the logic of the procedure can be executed. Just like if you want to calculate the square of a number, we can take the in variable as x, we can perform the calculation here. If there is any exception, we can catch this exception here, and the procedure is terminated by using the end statement. So this is how the syntax of the procedure is. Now we will go for one example of how to execute the procedure. So now we are into our normal screen. We'll open the terminal. So we'll go to our home directory. Now we'll create one file here for the procedure. So we'll name this file as suppose procedure example. Okay, procedure exam I have written here .sql. So the syntax of procedure is create or replace. Procedure name we have to write here. Suppose we will give the name as JJJ. We can pass the parameter. If you are not passing parameters, we will see this simple example. In the begin session, we can write the logic, like suppose if you want to display only the message. Okay, now we will end this begin statement. Now this is how we have declared the procedure. The procedure is named as JJJ. Okay, create or replace procedure, procedure name as begin. In the logical section, just we have given the message syntax of procedure. Now we'll try to come out of this file. Okay, so now we'll try to run this procedure. First we will try to run this procedure exam. And this is the name of the file, and the name of the file we have given it as JJJ. You can see here. Okay, the name of the procedure is JJJ. So first we will try to execute this from the SQL prompt. So whenever we need to write the PLSQL, first we have to write this sentence set server output on. Now our file is located in the home directory, therefore we will write it as home/. Okay, the procedure is now created. When we want to execute that procedure, we can use the execute command, and the name of the procedure that we have written here, the name of the procedure is JJJ, so execute JJJ. Okay, you can see the message here, syntax of procedure. So this is how we can declare the procedure. We can execute the procedure by using the execute command and the name of the procedure. Now we'll see one more example of passing parameters to the procedures. So we'll procedure to exam.xml we have created. Create or replace procedure. Name of the procedure we can write. Now we will pass the parameter. Suppose x variable we are taking, we will take this as an in variable, and the data type we can take it as number or int, whatever you want. One more variable we will take that it will return the value, that is the out parameter. The data type is int s in the begin we can write the logic of y. This is the parameter that will pass to the parameter, that is the x parameter. Suppose we are passing to the y, will return the square of that number, so we will write here y colon equals to x star x. So this procedure will return the square of the x or the number which is passed to the variable x. Now we'll end this procedure. So the name of the procedure is square and the file is created in procedure exam2.sql. We'll try to come out of it. So now we'll try to first run this program. What we need to do, we have created the procedure as square. So we will need to create one more file. In that file the square procedure will be called. So we'll try to implement that also. First we'll try to execute this whether the syntax of procedure is correct. So we will go to the SQL prompt. Okay, the procedure is created perfectly. Now we can implement the procedure that is named as square in another procedure we will create. We will call this method. Okay, now this is our third file, procedure 3 exam.sql. So here just we will go for calling that procedure here. So we will declare one variable here. Let's suppose we will call it as int. In the begin session we can implement the logic. First we will call that procedure which is called as square. We can pass the parameter like suppose phi comma s. So here s variable will retrieve the square of phi, that is passed as a parameter to the procedure. Now we will try to print this statement. Put underscore line. Try to end this example. We will name this example as procedure exam3.sql. So in this we have called the previous procedure which we have declared. The name of the procedure is square. We have passed the variable phi and s will calculate the square of that number. We have seen that logic here. I will try to execute this program. So procedure exam3.sql will calculate the square of the number for the procedure which is declared in exam2. So I'll try to run this program. Now you can see the square of the number is 25. So this is how we can pass the parameters to the procedure. Again we will see. First we have created one procedure. So we can see the syntax of the procedure here. The name of the procedure is square. We are passing one in variable which is called as x. We are passing one out variable which will retrieve the value. So we have implemented the logic as y is equals to x star x. So the out parameter will retrieve the square of the x variable which is passed as an in variable to the procedure. Now we have called this procedure inside another procedure which is called as exam3. So in the exam3 we have called the procedure which is named as square in the procedure 2. So in the next procedure we have seen that we have called this procedure square. Okay, we have passed the parameter phi and the variable y which is now represented by s is retrieving the square of the number which is passed as a variable to the procedure in parameter, which is passed as an in parameter to the procedure. So this is how we can go for declaring the procedure inside the PLSQL. So thank you for watching.